sure that it disappears. Once we can disappear all those fears, then you can move on and do certain things.
Now, do you also train people for specific events?
That's correct.
Like what type of, like bodybuilding events or?
I do bodybuilding. I had a few people that I've taken up on stage. I also train a lot of rugby players. I trained a few MMA fighters just with the movements, with the movements itself. But for me, I love working with day-to-day people. You know,
Right.
Mom, dads, just people that are not looking to become athletes.
Right, right.
Yeah, and train them to become the best of themselves.
And you have a lot of, a big client base for that now.
Correct.
How many people are at your gym training now? Just wondering, do you have a number?
Wow. Well, personally, I'm training about between 21 and 25 clients
Regular clients
by
right now.
myself.
And then you do that, and to join your 6-month program, right?
That's correct.
How would they start that? You would ask them what are your goals, right? And you assess them physically and let them know what they would benefit?
That's correct. Everything just is based on what their goals are. Once again, we go back to I need to make sure that they're at peace with themselves in what they're trying to do, and they're present when they're sitting down with me and making sure that it's what their goal is exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people walk in and say, I want to do this, but I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to reassess their mindset before the physical part.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the mindset.
And you also do this you're also a personal trainer at their home as well, right?
I used to do that, and I'm no longer doing that.
You're too busy, I'm pretty sure you're.
It's a waste of time for me to drive somewhere and take care of one person when I can be in one area and have people come to me.
Yeah, and then are you the only trainer there, or do you have?
No, I have Ty to Samoa, I have Fafitai, and I have Kirk, and I have a few other guys, Westcott and Stephanie that you met.
Yes.
And there's a few other guys that are training there. My wife Ida is also training with me there. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're sitting here with Siosi Veimao, and he is the owner of Ramana Fitness. For a free consultation, how can they reach you, Siosi?
You can reach me at Ramana Fitness, RAWMANA Fitness.com, or you can call me at 858-688-4399.
And this is Vincent Villafranca at Century 21. We'll be right back in a couple minutes. Thank you.
Bingo. All right.
What else do you want to talk
go.
about? I was going to go into the body sculpting and some other stuff. Or do you want to talk specifically something that you're doing? We can talk whatever you want to talk about. Do you have an event coming up also?
Yeah.
What event do you want to?
That Tahitian competition you can do over.
What's that?
The Tahitian competition in San Jose.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, we'll talk about. Hold on 1 second. Google. Tahitian competition. Let's talk really quickly about this and. Body sculpting program. What's the most popular program? You said you like working with normal.
6 months.
The 6 month, and that's
Yeah,
the
it's
body sculpting probably?
It's called the body rebuild.
Body
Rebuild.
I have that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about 6 months, body
Rebuild.
rebuild, and we'll talk about that first.
Okay.
Because that's the most popular one, that's what
Got it.
normal people want. And then we'll talk about the Tahitian competition.
Okay.
Tahitian. Okay, well, we can start up.
All right.
6 month body rebuild program.
All right, here we come in 3, 2, and...
Good afternoon, we're back. This is Vincent Villafranca, your host of Smart Move on KFMB AM 760. I'm sitting here with Siosi Veimao. He is the owner of Ramana Fitness in Claremont. And how can they reach you and your gym if they want to get information or a free consultation?
Awesome. Once again, it's Ramana Fitness, RAWMANA Fitness.com, or you can call me at 858-688-4399.
So one of his more popular programs, because Siosi likes to work with regular people and help them and guide them and mentally, physically, spiritually. He has what's called a body rebuild program, right?
That's correct.
And you work with people of all ages.
All
right?
ages.
Right, teenagers to senior citizens or whatever.
Exactly.
Now, in a nutshell, what is that program and how long is it and what can it do for someone?
That program is probably, it's 6 months.
Mhm.
You have to commit to that 6 months, only because I realized in what I've done in the last decade is, if one person is walking in for just for a month or two, they're basically wasting your money.
Yes,
Yeah, because you're.
there's no transformation in a month. It's
There's none,
Yeah.
you know, so I've gotta make sure that they're willing to follow through, and that if they commit to that 6 months,
Mhm.
then I can begin the transformation, starting with the mental. And then from there on, we move on and make sure that it manifests itself to a physical transformation.
So, the first thing you do is talk to them mentally,
That's correct.
right? And what kind of questions do you ask them, and how do you help them that way?
Well, I simply ask them what is it that they're looking for in
What are their goals?
what are the
or-
goals, what they're looking for.
Uh-huh.
And most of them walk in with, oh, okay, I just want to lose a few pounds
Mhm.
and lose it here.
Mhm.
And here's what I've gone through in the last decade here at Ramana,
Mhm.
is that most people, when they're coming in to lose weight, it's just the beginning of unveiling what's really happening in your mind.
Because there's a reason why they gain weight in the first place.
That's correct.
Right.
So what I'm finding out is that a lot more people are a lot more stressed.
Mhm.
A lot of people are just starting to go down on being depressed.
Mhm.
And so getting the physical in their mind, if I can start this, I can pull out of something.
Mhm.
So I take that to my advantage in hoping that I can build themselves up again. Because if I can build up the mental state,
Mhm.
then the physical transformation happens.
Have you ever had someone that went to your gym, lost, increased muscle, lost fat, and then after that they avoided you? You know what I mean? You ever see that? They go, oh,
Yeah.
I talk.
I've had a few people that's done that.
Yeah, because when you talk to them, you look at them and like, okay, what happened? They don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
right?
I've actually had one person that came back and said,
Yeah.
and cried to me and said, I'm so sorry I left you, because they let themselves go so much.
Right.
And they were basically avoiding seeing me, avoiding the phone
Yeah.
calls, avoiding everything else, because we have
Yeah.
worked so hard for 6
Right.
to 7 months to making sure that their goal is met.
Mhm.
And once you leave, you go back to living life again, and life
Because
sucks you up.
there's no more accountability.
No more
There's no one
accountability.
saying, hey, this is what you have to do. Now look at me, like eye to eye, I'm trying to help you.
Correct.
And people don't, it's
Correct.
just very stressful for them. So
Yeah.
it's easier for them to go back to their other ways.
Exactly,
you
exactly.
know. So for that person, you talk about their mental state, and then they would say, hey, Siosi, what do I need to do? You'll let them know what needs to happen?
Well, basically, I gotta make sure that they feel safe around me.
Right.
You know, and that's why I love having my wife there and having my kids around, because I want them to know that I'm a family man,
Mhm.
and there's nothing I will do to hurt you, because you're at my home,
Mhm.
and my home becomes yours.
Mhm.
When you walk into Ramana, it's simply that.
Mhm.
You gain a whole family, and not with just my family, the trainers, and the people that come there simply because
Mhm.
I feel like that they need a place to belong. And Ramana is simply that for most people that walk in.
So that person, that regular person who's got the day job, you'll assess their goals, and this is what you gotta do, right?
That's it.
Now, how is the success rate? Well, do people normally, they go to your gym and they become successful afterwards, or do they need more follow-up, or is it individual, probably?
Well, everybody's different. Every person that walks in has their different
Yeah.
goals in life and
Yeah.
what they want to do.
Yeah.
But my recommendation for all is, when you come in, you have to maintain that. Even if you come in once a week,
Mhm.
twice a week, whatever it is, but you've got to maintain the same level of eating, the same level of energy that you put out.
So the 6-month body rebuild program, how many times do we have to meet with the?
3 times a week.
3 times a week,
3
and
times a week.
that's flexible, because
And
that's
that's-
yourself?
Well, I don't like to say flexible, because I want to make sure that in that 6 months you develop that into a lifestyle.
Mhm.
Let's just say, like, when we wake up, we brush our teeth,
Right,
right? I want that to become part of that. Being fit, being healthy become parts of your life.
What happens after the 6 months? Are they permanent members, or they have to be trained still, or what happens?
I don't have members. It's a personal training facility.
Oh, and that's
so,
it, right?
Yeah, and I do have classes that I teach afterwards for them.
Okay.
And once you're done with the 6 months, in hope, my goal is to make sure that when they're done with that 6 months, that
Yeah.
they can take the knowledge that they've learned all throughout that 6 months and continue that by themselves.
So they don't have to be a member anymore?
So they don't have to be a member.
Oh,
That's the
interesting.
goal. The goal is to make sure that they do that. But some people just love hanging out and love being there and just having the conversation with me and having conversation with the other
And is
trainers.
they have to be a member for that, or they're still going there to work out, or they're already family, or what happens afterwards?
Like I said, you gain a family when you walk in.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So 6-month rebuild program, okay. And do you want to talk about costs, or is that on
That's something I
basis?
don't want to talk about because
Okay.
it turns a lot of people off.
Case-by-case basis.
Yeah, because I want them to come and meet me and make sure that they know who I am and what I stand for and also get very personal with me.
So, in order to reach you, how can they reach you for a free consultation?
Once again, you can get a hold of me at Ramana Fitness, RAWMANA Fitness.com. Or you can call me at 858-688-4399.
That was his ring. And so what happens in San Jose?
Oh, interesting. I love talking about that. My daughter has actually taken the lead for San Jose 2017, San Jose Tahiti Fet. And she
Tahiti Fit?
Tahiti Fet, FPT.
Okay.
So my daughter has asked me that, I want to take control of the group this year. And so that means for me that I have to take a step back and I can,
Are you good at that? Can you do that?
it was hard.
Yeah.
And it's the hardest thing for me to do is take
Right.
back and let somebody run something that I've been working on for a long period of time.
Exactly, yeah.
And my daughter, and a lot of times I have to remove myself because of what my mind is only telling me that they should do. So for the last few months, I've removed myself out of sight so that my daughter can grow as an individual.
How old is your daughter? How old
My
is
daughter is 21. Malia Loyola Victoria.
That's great. So she's going to wants to take over what you've been doing,
That's it.
basically.
That's it.
And she has her own new younger ideas and all that stuff.
To me, it's phenomenal. I love watching my daughter in action.
But you're still going to do your thing.
Well, I'm gonna
Your
I have a
dance.
little part in it, and my
Right.
part is just put together the production side of it. But all the dancing is done by her and my wife. So that's an exciting part for me is to sit back and just kind of watch.
And you have the big school.
That's correct.
next. And what's the name of the school, and how can they reach the school?
Kaleo Onalani, you can go ahead and call Ida. The number is 858-602-7509.
And what exactly, what type of dance do they teach there?
Well, we are, right now, we're basically focusing on hula and Tahitian. Only because that's what we do in competition. So it's a lot of fun, and for all ages.
So if someone, you have, it's like a competition. I don't know about the industry. So there's a competition
That's correct.
nationwide.
The San Jose Tahiti Fed has been around for about 30 years.
Do they do that in San Diego and Southern California?
There is
as well?
one here in San Diego. It's called the Heva San Diego,
Uh-huh.
and it's held down here downtown.
Uh-huh.
And that's also once a year.
Right.
So
Interesting. And that's a big, competition and a big party afterwards, probably, right?
it used to be, not anymore.
Mm.
But this next generation is it's not as fun as it used to be. It's more video games and
Yeah. Yeah.
My days we used to hang out and party and
Uh-huh.
it's just not so anymore. Good luck to the next generation.
So, on looking here at Ramana Fitness again, right? You have a core belief on how they work out, more movements versus just weights, right?
Correct.
And doing that, you teach them more mental toughness. Because a lot of times, nobody wants to pick up a rock and run around
No.
a building, right?
But that's when you grow as an individual, when you've done something you have never done before.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just picking a rock from
Mm-hmm.
the mental part that everything is hurting, your core is hurting, your back is hurting, everything else is hurting, is when you have to grow in your mind. Because you can pick it up and drop it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that challenging, is dropping it challenging enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you have to engage your mind. I can do this. I can do this.
So you're doing, that's San Jose, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's the next event in San Diego? Is that PIFA?
There is
Or-
PIFA. PIFA is the last weekend of September.
Uh,
Awesome gig.
What are you gonna do there?
I don't know yet. I haven't figured out. I gotta let my wife and my daughter figure what they're gonna do for that part. Because once again, I'm still hanging back, and I love hanging back and watching them in action. But PIFA,
And you've been dancing yourself for how long?
wow,
You were
I've been
doing it
dancing
forever,
since I was a kid.
So you did that where you grew up as well?
Growing up, my grandfather was a dancing instructor
So-
back in the.
So you didn't learn out of school, you taught, but your family taught you how?
Yeah, basically my grandfather taught me how to dance.
Uh-huh.
And then when I met my girlfriend at the time, my wife, she became my teacher, also became my hula teacher.
So she was a teacher already before you
Yeah.
met her? Okay.
Yeah, she was already a hula teacher at that time.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm sorry. She was in Alakai, means that she was a helper at the time. She
Uh-huh.
became a hula teacher afterwards. After we were done here, she became the instructor for us.
That's interesting. Now, the dance studio next to your gym, right?
Mhm.
Do they is there like an age limit there? Like what? Like do they teach men as well? Men,
Yeah.
women,
We
kids?
have a few men. I'm hoping to take about good 15 men this year to the competition. Age is from 6 until.
Are you part of that?
Am I part of that? No, the part that I'm in is sitting on the side and making sure that everything's going.
So
goes well.
you're not competing anymore.
No, gray hair doesn't help anymore.
No?
Yeah, doesn't happen.
Right. Well, if somebody wants to reach your gym, and how can they reach you again?
Once again, you can reach me at 858-688-4399.
Okay.
Or you can also reach me at Ramana Fitness, RAWMANA fitness.com.
Hopefully we got everything out today. I'd like to thank CLC Veimao to being on my show today. Smart Move with Vince Villafranca. He's an interesting guy. I met him just a few months ago. Like we were talking earlier, you're a very, no, I'm not going to say intense, but you want to have real conversations with people.
Correct.
And then he does that for the people at his gym as well. He
Correct.
wants to pick their brains, find out what their goals are, and he'll do that. And he'll help you adopt a healthier lifestyle. And that's more of a mental thing as well,
Correct.
right, versus physical. So this is Vincent Villafranca with Century 21 Award. You can always reach me direct at 619-972-8798. I've been a San Diego realtor for almost 15 years, and I'd love to help you out with any real estate needs that you may have. So again, reach me direct at 619-972-8798. And this is Vincent Villafranca with Century 21 Award. I'd love to hear from you. Have a good day.
All right, nice job, guys.
Did it.
That was
Did
fun.
it.
We kind of eked through that, didn't we?
We sure did.
But it was okay though.
It was fun.
Because people will listen because you're very, people want to hear what you're saying.
I just hope they can understand what I'm saying.
No, they can hear. You have a lot of fans, so they don't want to hear me, they want to hear you and hear you more than me, obviously.
It's funny, I had a student that goes to Mesa, and so she came to interview me and she did the interview and wrote it up, and she meets a guy so she sends out her paper, and some guy from Toronto reads it,
Uh-huh.
and messages her and says, "Is this the long-haired guy?" Because she didn't put in my name, she just put everything else.
Right.
And she reaches him and goes, "Is this that long-haired guy in San Diego?"
Referring to you?
Yeah.
Right.
So she comes in, she told me this last week. And she calls her mom and tells her, "Can you believe out of reading this that they got CLC out of it?" Pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So then what happened after that?
I haven't met him. That was it.
But they want to meet you or talk to you
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. Well, I met him once. He came here, apparently I met him here once at the gym.
Yeah.
And then left back to Toronto. And apparently we had a long conversation.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
You might have been thinking of something else at that time. Thanks, Carmel.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you, young lady. I appreciate it very much.
It's very nice to meet you.